Before the gloves, before the neck that didn't exist. The door slams, the fights, 89 seconds, 93. Before the world that built its Iron Mike out of spare parts and called the whole machine a man, there was a rooftop. There was a boy up there with birds, because the street had already taught him where the ground gives way. 7 years old when a stranger took him. 7 years old, and after that, the pigeons were the only thing he trusted with anything soft. Then a bigger boy took one bird's neck in his hands and whined it like a key, and something in the boy on the roof answered with his fists for the first time in his life, and the silence that followed felt to him like applause. That's not a metaphor, that's the whole architecture. He's one of. By 13, 38 arrests. By 6th grade, Thorazine. A chemical leash for a child nobody had asked a single real question. Incorrigible. Borderline retarded. Words written by people who needed a file to close more than they needed a boy to heal. Nobody asked what happened to him. They only asked what he'd done. That's the oldest sentence in the language of institutions. Easier to punish the smoke than to walk into the fire and look around. I know that handwriting. I gave the police names, real ones, people who could have been followed up on and weren't. I have sat in the place where the machinery moves at its own pace, around a wound it was never built to see. And I recognize the boy's file because I have one just like it, written in the same disinterested hand. Then, 10 minutes. A counselor who looked at retarded and didn't believe his own paperwork. An old man named D'Amato watching a stranger's kid spar, saying, "Heavyweight champion of the world," barring outside distractions. As if the distraction was the violation, the arrests, the drugs, the years no one looked. 2 men, 10 minutes. They did what the state could not. They saw a person where a file had been filed. They saw one of us. And then the money came, and the money never asked where the fists were from. The aggression they tried to flatten out of a frightened child became the exact same aggression $1 billion built a stadium around. We'll take the output of the wound, call it the aura, call it the legend, and leave the wound itself completely unexamined, because the persona sells tickets and the boy on the roof does not. I won't lie and tell you that this ends clean. A child violated at 7, given no language, no safety, no one. The injury doesn't stay where it starts. It moves. It cost other people too. I'm not writing you an absolution. I'm writing you a fact. The wound was real. The silence was real. And carrying both of them alone for decades was real. So Here's what I'll say, plainly, without the spectacle. He was a child once. Something happened to him in the dark that nobody answered for. Everything they later called Iron Mike was built brick by brick on top of that. He is one of us.